All right. So now I'm going to be reading chapters 9 and 10. And I'm telling you, I feel it, that this will be the last time I talk about consistency. I am going to be consistently doing this. I know I am. I know I say that and then I'll stop. But I have to keep going. I have to have a consistency, and I hope that in the near future I'll have certain times where I'll be reading. Let's just have God be God and let this just keep going. So, chapter 9. And the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth. And to him was given the key of the bottomless pit. And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose a smoke out of the pit, as the smoke of a great furnace, and the sun and the air were darkened by the reason of the smoke of the pit. And there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth, and unto them was given power, as the scorpions of the earth have power. And it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing which any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of God in their foreheads. And to them it was given that they should not kill them, but they should be tormented 5 months. And their torment was as the torment of a scorpion when he striketh a man. And in those days shall men seek death, and they shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. And the shapes of the locusts were like unto horses prepared unto battle, and on their heads were as it were crowns like gold, and their faces were as the faces of men. And they had hair as the hair of women, and their teeth were as the teeth of lions. And they had breastplates as it were breastplates of iron, and the sound of their wings was the sound of chariots, of many horses running to battle. And they had tails like unto scorpions, and there were stings in their tails, and the power was to hurt men 5 months. And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon. Sorry, I said that really weird. Abaddon. Sorry. Remind me of like a little kid saying that. All right, let me try to say it in grown-up term. Abaddon. There you go. But in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollon. One woe is past, and behold, there come 2 woes more hereafter. And the 6th angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the 4 horns of the golden altar which is before God, saying to the 6th angel, which had the trumpet, loose the 4 angels, which are bound in the great river of Euphrates. And the 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the 3rd part of men. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire, and of it Jenketh, and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouths issued fire, and smoke, and brimstone. But these 3 was the 3rd part of the men killed by the fire, and by the smoke, and by the brimstone, which issued out of their mouths. For their power is in their mouth, and in their tails, for their tails were like unto serpents, and had heads with them, they do hurt. And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not of the works of their hands. That they should not worship devils and the idols of gold and silver and brass and stone and of wood, which neither can see nor hear nor walk. Neither repented they of their murderers, nor of their sorcerers, nor of their fornication, nor of their thefts. So this is something that I've learned over the years with my walk with God, that there is so much power when you read the living word out loud, that anything that is of dark that is around you, it literally flees, because it says in the Bible that the word is alive, but not only does it say it in the book, but through the spiritual realm, it literally is a mirror image of what the Bible says. Whatever is in the Bible, it happens physically and also in the supernatural, but you can only see with the supernatural when God gives you the spiritual eyes. So while I'm reading this, the reason why you'll see me pause is because I want to make sure that what I'm seeing is not in my own head, but with spiritual eyes. But most of the time when you see me stopping, it's through spiritual eyes of what I'm seeing, and I'm asking in my head, Lord, do you want me to talk about this out loud, or do you want me to just keep reading? So most of the time when you see me pausing in my videos, that's what I'm asking in my head. I'll say, Abba, do you want me to talk about this out loud, or do you want me to stay silent? And right now, I need to be silent because, first off, I need to know my consistency, and I need to be consistent on reading the word out loud when it comes to social media. So, after that rant, let's go to chapter 10. And I saw another mighty angel come down from heaven, clothed with a cloud, and a rainbow was upon his head. And his face was as were the sun, and his feet as a pillars of fire. And he had in his hand a little open book, and he set his right foot upon the sea, and his left foot on the earth. And he cried with a loud voice, as when a lion roareth, and when he had cried, 7 thunders uttered their voices. And when the 7 thunders had uttered their voices, I was about to write, and I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Seal up those things which the 7 thunders uttered, and write them not. And the angel which I saw stand upon the sea and upon the earth lifted up his hand to heaven, and sware by him that liveth for ever and ever, who created heaven and the things that therein are, and the earth and the things that therein are, and the sea and the things which are therein, that there should be time no longer, but in the days of the voice of the 7th angel, when he shall begin to sound, the mystery of God should be finished. And he hath declared to his servants the prophets, and the voice which I heard from heaven spake unto me again, and he said, Go and take the little book, which is open in the hand of the angel, which standeth upon the sea and upon the earth. And I went unto the angel, and said unto him, Give me the little book. And he said unto me, Take it, and eat it up, and it shall make the belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey. And I took the little book out of the angel's hand, and I ate it up, and it was in my mouth sweet as honey, and as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter. And he said unto me, Thou must prophesy against before many people and nations and tongues and kings. And I'm just going to leave it at that with those 2 chapters.